Hello everyone, welcome to Bulamatari's Paint Club. I am joined as ever by my wonderful co-host Mr. Badger.
Greetings.
Yes, we are going to be painting some Warhammer for your amusement and chatting some shit. So, what are you painting, Badger?
Today I have more of the scenery from the Octarius box set. I'm doing some scrap piles and barricades today.
Lovely. I'm doing some of these lads. Some Cadian shock troops.
Lads on tour.
Lads on tour.
Lads on tour.
So they're already spray painted, which they have been for over a year now. Well, must be like nearly 2 years actually. Anyway.
Maximum power.
Cheers, I have a can of Magnus. Which I can sip on as we go.
I would be tempted to grab myself some booze, but my insides are feeling a bit woo.
My insides are feeling a bit whoa on way as well.
Woo.
Yeah. But, you know, got to console yourself after a day of work. How's your week been, mate?
The week itself has been pretty good, actually.
Nice.
It's like a reasonable week. The weekend has been amazing.
Sweet. What did you do?
I was with the fine lady friend
Uh-huh.
and the kiddos and Richard as well
hello.
and Lucas, and we went to play space golf.
Nice. Space golf.
It's essentially just
golf.
crazy golf with a space and steampunk-esque theme.
Huh. Okay.
And it was a lot of fun.
It does sound like a lot of fun.
I beat Richard.
You mustn't have heard the end of that.
Well, let's say I will admit I was a very, very smug badger. A very smug badger.
And you were right to be.
Well, the thing is, essentially we had 18 holes, which was 2 separate courses, because each course was broken down into 9 holes.
Yeah.
And on the first course, I beat him by 1 point.
Oh, you'd have been fuming with that.
But on the second course, I decimated him.
Destruction.
Just ruined his Adis.
Excellent. Oh, man. I'm glad you had an awesome weekend, man.
And today I've been to the aquarium,
Nice.
looking at the fishes.
Das Fishes!
Yes.
Nice.
And surprisingly enough, they had like an Amazon exhibit, where they did have like Amazon river fish and things like that. So I saw pacus and piranhas and
Nice.
axolotls and things like that. But I also saw marmosets. They are
Nice.
super tiny monkeys. They really, really super tiny monkeys.
Little tiny monkeys.
Tiny monkey friends.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome.
So it's just been a fun-filled weekend.
Yeah. My weekend's been pretty fun. Which hence the reason why I'm struggling a bit today. Yeah, we... what did I do on Friday? I definitely did something on Friday.
Rank, from the sounds of it.
I was supposed to be going to the pub with me work colleagues because it's someone's birthday, but I couldn't get through the tunnel, so I just went home and had a drink. Yeah, apparently the tunnel was closed for some reason. But
Essential maintenance?
it was unplanned for sure because yeah, no one knew what was going on.
Maybe there was a crash.
Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. I couldn't see any news on it or anything online, so it must have like happened like as I was waiting. And they were diverting the buses through the other tunnel, and they apparently just missed our stop. So like after an hour of waiting, I was just like, ah, fuck this. Just sent her a text and saying I'm going home. Sorry.
The tunnel's fucked.
Yeah.
Going home.
We played D&D on Saturday night. This is my weird campaign that I've got
This is when
going
you were
on.
having discussions with me about
Yeah,
plots and plans and ideas.
exactly, yeah. So this session was in Baldur's Gate, where everyone had been turned into animals. And the players didn't sort of twig this until a lot later than I was expecting them to. and yeah, it was an interesting session.
Really should have been an almost instantaneous thing. There's a lot of animals around here, and there's no dudes.
Yeah, I think they were just
going
like, they were like, oh, nature's reclaiming the city after everyone's disappeared. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. In fact, I think I said that, and they just sort of believed me. Never believe your DM, people. Never believe your DM. Your DM always lies to you.
Here's some treasure. It's totally not trapped.
Yeah, so that was good. They had a few fights with some beasties, and then they climbed aboard a ship where there was the druid who was doing the nasty, and they killed it. Well, they didn't kill him. They've knocked him out, but they've broken the spell anyway, so that's good. So the next session's going to be them interrogating him and figuring out where he's gone, and then setting sail to follow him, to follow the evil dark cult. And my campaign is sort of like a weird magic campaign, where none of the magic really follows any rules or makes any sense. And that's kind of the whole point. Basically, there's a cult that's trying to basically break the rules of magic so that they can do something.
Take over the veil.
Yeah, and just in case Snurgliffin's listening, I'm not going to go any further than that.
Wells mustache.
Yes, because he is in my group.
They are doing evil things.
Evil.
Only on a Sunday.
Indeed. But yeah, Sunday, I actually did make it to Liverpool, and I met up with my good friend Tom. And we had drinks in many of the pubs. And because it was old man pubs, I think I only spent like 35, 40 quid the whole day.
Nice.
Doing rounds, and yeah, it was good. Much cheaper than going around and getting cocktails and stuff. But, you know, the cocktails are nice as well. Yeah, old man drinking is definitely more my speed.
More your style.
Yeah, went to a few of our old favourites. Went to the Ship and Mitre, which is a really good real ale pub. They've got like 12 or so taps all the way around the bar.
Oh.
And if you're so minded, you can sort of go from one end to the other and just have one of everything. We've tried a few times, so we never quite make it.
Was that because of just the really heavy drinks?
Yeah. Also, the further left you go, the stronger the drinks get. So you end up getting like 7-8% pints on the far end. So that's fun.
Certainly a challenge.
Oh yeah, definitely a challenge. It's something I want to do one day.
The further along the bar you get, the more you have to chew your drink.
Pretty much. So yeah, that was my weekend, and I had a kebab on the way home, and it had the fucking hottest hot sauce I've had in a while. And so
kebabs are dangerous.
Yeah, today my insides are basically a liquid, and have been spilling out of me all day.
They're in a constant state of flow.
Yeah, so that's fun. That's a fun thing for us all.
Yes, let us concentrate on Dave's bowel movements.
Yeah, let's just concentrate on the Warhammer for now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Much oof.
Yeah. Just keep focused on a task. There was a reason I needed a pint after today. It's just...
lubrication.
Just recovery for my brain.
Coolant for your ass.
Oh dear. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm looking quite haggard today, that's why. That's why. Okay. So I'm currently getting the cloth on the pants done. I can get like, might do 5 at a time. Yeah, might increase my chances of actually getting a model done today. Because otherwise I'm just going to have to take a picture of the sprue at the end of this stream. Yes, I am sprue painting, and I did do a poll, and not counting my vote, because I'm not you're not allowed to vote on your own poll on Twitter. Sprue painting was outvoted by sticking and then painting. Apparently people prefer to stick than paint, which I disagree with. But there was only one vote in it, so when you added my vote in, it was an even-Steven situation. And so I'm counting it as a draw.
Totally a draw.
Totally a draw.
But we all know that sprue painting is much better than...
I mean, I just think it is. I mean, I've not gotten to the point where, you know, how you see people who you use like blue tack and like stick individual parts onto like a piece of blue tack and then sort of paint the whole thing like perfectly and do all the highlighting and the... I'm not that far.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's probably the stage that I'm going to get to at some point. Is I'll clip them off and I'll stick them on their little bloody paperclip holders, and then I'll paint the bit and then I'll stick it together.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why you would do that.
3 years to paint one model.
Yeah, I can see why you'd do that, but it's it just... I don't know. I'm not that bad. Right. Oh, Snooglippin!
Speak of to Deville.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, good sir.
Poop balls. It said poop balls. Thank you so much, Snooglippin, for the sub. You're a legendary individual. Where's my paint gone again? There it is. Anyway, welcome in. How are you today, Snooglippin? I hope you are well. And if you're painting along with us, what are you painting tonight?
As if we couldn't guess.
Well, it's either orcs or sisters, I think. Unless you've got a third army going.
Out of nowhere.
Ah, you were alright until you saw Paddy does not use a palette. Oh, you've upset him.
I do not use a palette.
You've upset Snooglippin.
But I am essentially dipping as I go along. And the synthetic brushes are reasonable for holding small amounts of paint anyway, so if I wet it, it goes forever. I mean, you started to learn the benefits of my... Well, not mine, but the synthetic brushes.
Yeah. Synthetic brushes, man. I am converted fully. I fucking love it. Thin your paints, exactly, Phil. I do thin my paints quite heavily, which is why I usually need 2 coats. But yeah, these models are hopefully I'll get 5 models done today. That is my aim. And then I can get like the ideal is like get a squad out in 2 weeks. Oh, you're painting some nuns with guns. Sisters of Battle. Nice. Any particular type of Sister of Battle? Kind of
just
unit?
A standard squad? Seraphim?
Yeah. Sisters.
Sister Sledge? Oh, that's totally what I'm going to have to name my canoness when I get one. To get some green stuff and fashion a huge afro.
He was unhappy how the original theme turned out, so he's repainting some of them. Oh, okay. You painted some regular. You painted some regular sisters. Okay. Let us know how the developments go. I kind of liked your original theme. But I'd be interested to see sort of how the new theme looks.
How you update it.
Yeah. What have you changed on it, Phil?
Because we know it was black and red the last time.
Yeah. Yeah, goth, like.
Big titty gothic girlfriend.
Alright. Let's get the cuirasses. The torsos.
Very arse.
The cuirass. That's what I had this morning. You're painting 2 test models and you'll choose which one you prefer at the end. That is a sensible way of doing it. One with silver armor and one with one with silver armor and white robes. One with red armor and black robes. Ooh. So
interesting choices.
Yeah, the silver and white is like, that's a massive departure from what it was. Just getting some base coating done here. Don't mind us. So you're have you heard of about the Hollywood shooting?
I did know that
Alec Baldwin
yep.
shot he shot 2 people with a prop gun. One of them ended up in hospital and has since died, I believe. So he's killed 2 people. He says he's devastated, but I bet he doesn't give a shit.
The first thing that I saw after hearing about that, obviously I was hearing it when I was driving to work one day.
Yeah.
And, it's like, oh shit, damn. And then inevitably the memes. The memes. Because the only meme that I've seen is Team America one.
Yeah, the one that I posted in the Discord.
You gotta outact me, you shit.
Don't even try to outact me. I would be entertained if that was what happened, but I doubt it.
America.
Apparently, it was the girl at the props department. So obviously she'd given him this gun. What apparently happened was it was firing blanks, but apparently a part of the bullet got sort of stuck in the chamber, and so when the next one fired, it actually shot out some bullet. Some metal came out and shit. So yeah, fun times. Apparently prop guns are deadly. They ain't toys, yo.
So it's just a real gun.
Well, yeah, basically. You're firing blanks, aren't you? I'm sure there'll be some other sort of safety thing going on as well.
The safety thing is usually being trained to use it properly.
Probably, yeah. I'd not testing it by pointing it at someone. Baldwin, you fucking clown. So yeah, I mean, I doubt he's going to do any jail time because, he's a Hollywood actor, and he'll say, "Oh, I'm so sad," but I blame everyone else. I blame the person who loaded the gun.
It's
like, blame yourself. You pointed a fucking gun at someone, you twat.
It's a Hollywood accident.
Hollywood accidents.
You'll take some time off.
The Hollywood accidents are when like a stuntman dies performing a stunt because of the rigging or something. That's not. You can't even call it an accident. I don't think. He didn't mean to do it, but you know, he did point a gun that was loaded with blanks at a person.
But that is kind of what the movie wanted.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't during a scene. He didn't have to do it at that point. You know what I mean? He wasn't directed to point it at anyone. It was literally the woman who was doing the props. And he fucking pointed it at her and shot a blank. Dunno. Anyway, that was an interesting thing to happen. I think the only other big thing in the news is the government's finally come a bit too late in its war against renewables. And it's fucked everyone up. So essentially what's happening is the petrol is a record high at the moment, like price wise. And it's only going to go up now. Gas is getting more and more expensive. The government is just letting energy companies just go out of business. And yeah, joy to the world. Right, how many grenadiers and flamethrower people are you allowed in a squad? Is it one per squad?
Right, in a standard Imperial Guardsman squad, you are allowed one heavy weapon and one special weapon. So you can have one flamethrower or grenade launcher.
Okay. What is the special weapon?
Special weapon is a flamethrower or a grenade launcher.
Okay, what's the heavy weapon?
The heavy weapon is the heavy bolters, las cannons.
I didn't know
the
heavy
heavy weapons team you can get, yes.
Like a heavy weapons team. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you can essentially replace two guys in your squad with a heavy weapons team.
Just a dude carrying a fucking heavy bolter. That'd be fucking awesome. Sick Jerry.
I think it's Gunnery Sergeant Harker. One hand's a heavy bolter because he's a mad bastard.
Yeah, just making Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, that's Sly Marble.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The memeiest of memes in the Imperial Guard.
All of the meme. This paint is reaching its conclusion. It is starting to dry up a bit. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, back to the energy crisis thing. It's gonna become a real problem. So yeah, far too late. The government has realised that like gas is going to become unaffordable for people in the next sort of couple of years, basically. And so they're like, as an emergency, offering people like $5,000 to replace their heating system with like a
heat pumps.
Yeah, heat pumps or whatever they are. Or
they're replacing the gas-fired boilers, or at least stopping them from installing any new ones.
Yeah.
And essentially just going, here, take these heat pumps instead. Use these.
Yeah,
they're like 100% more efficient or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's like you need a lot of space for those things. They're a meter big squared cube. You know, they're a meter cube.
Chunky boy.
Yeah, you need to shove them somewhere. You know, in a garden or somewhere. If you've got a garden, some people don't have gardens. Where you can shove it? You can't put it in the loft. There's no air circulation. Some people don't have lofts. I don't know. I mean, I think probably the easiest way to do it is probably having storage heaters. And I don't mean those little fucking shitty air blowers. You can actually get like radiator-sized electric heaters. They're basically filled with like breeze blocks that retain the heat. It's basically an electric heater. Yeah, I think someone's gonna have to come up with a solution that's more cost-effective.
Certainly not going to be in any new builds in the foreseeable future.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see how it plays out. Really, no idea how successful this scheme's going to be. It's certainly not enough money because these systems cost like well over like $8,000, and that's for like the smallest house is going to cost you like $8-9 grand. It can cost you up to $20,000, and they're only offering 5. You know, people are tight of cash at the moment. As it is.
As it is.
You know, COVID's happened. A lot of people aren't in work at the moment.
That just reminds me of one of the other things that they've decided to do.
What, just scrap furlough?
Upping the universal like living wage from, was it £8.91 to £9.50 or something?
Oh yeah.
And everybody has essentially said that's a slap in the face.
So it's not even
rising.
Yeah, the cost of living is rising faster than the minimum wage, for sure. The living wage was probably a bit low as it was. If you know what I mean. I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm in an organisation that pays like quite a bit above the living wage. But it's still, I am making do at the moment. A lot of people aren't. These rising heat prices and stuff.
Means that people are just gonna. It's the whole debate on heat or eat. Essentially,
yeah, exactly.
Do they pay their bills to keep warm, or do they just actually buy food?
Exactly.
And most of the time, they're buying food.
Exactly. So you're gonna get a lot of very cold grannies out there. Yeah. What can you do? Okay, we've got Pistoli. Oh, I wish I could have a plasma pistol. But I suppose that's in the
Commander box.
Yeah, it's the command squad box. No, so a little bolt pistol. And a sergeant. I wonder what colour hair to give this sergeant. What do you think? I've got a red-haired sergeant now.
Could just go with a bit of brown hair.
Yeah, could do. Yeah, I'll just go for the boot colour. Steel Legion Drab, there you
go. I'll go for that colour. What colour is it? That colour, the brown.
Aye. Right, those are going to need painting in yellow eventually once I get to it.
Oh?
Huh?
Yellow?
Yeah, there's the sergeant stripes on the sword arm.
Ah, yes. Just about to say yellow. Paint those yellow.
Yeah. Sergeant stripes on the sword arm. Definitely need that. Right, so we got 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more guns. I'm going to use the ones with bayonets on. Because bayonets out. That's the way to do. It's the way we fight.
Bayonets, lads.
Aye.
Charge that dreadnought. Ah!
Luckily they're Imperial Guard, so unless it's a Chaos Dreadnought, they're probably fine. They won't be fighting any Dreadnoughts. Hive Tyrant, on the other hand, maybe.
That's boys.
Stop it.
Are they being rowdy?
Nah, Luke's just chewing his arse. I think he's due another flea treatment. Oops. My hand slipped. Yeah, there you go. Wiped it off with my finger.
That's what the commissar said.
Indeed.
Oops, my hand slipped. Didn't mean to blow out Jenkins' brains, but...
He was obviously a heretic. You saw him. He was being heretical. Oh yeah. Yeah, these brushes are just great. I fucking love this. They're just so durable. They can take such a beating.
Gotta keep care of them, like, but
Well,
they're
yeah,
a little more robust.
yeah, they're just so much more robust, and they keep their point regardless of what you do with them, which is just lovely. Yeah. Anyway, in video game news, have you been playing any video games this week?
The only thing that I've really been playing, and for any great length of time, is Noita.
Noita? What's that?
It's like a little dungeon delve, procedurally generated thing.
Ooh.
You start off with a little wizard with a wand,
Oh yeah.
and it's got like a set of spells in.
Mhm.
And you go around and you kill critters and you pick up gold and additional wands, different spells in.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to just delve to the deepest level, and that's where you complete the game.
Yeah.
But it's rock fucking hard.
Fucking hell.
And you can tinker with your wands in little save stones, which means you can change your wands to have different spells. You can essentially upgrade your wands as you're going.
Mhm. So like tweak it for your playstyle sort of situation.
Yes, as best as you can, or because in each of these locations, like the safe spots, you can either you get like the option to buy wands or buy spells. It's randomized each time, so you might just get a whole bunch of times when you've got to buy wands rather than spells.
Yeah.
And you can, in those safe zones, you can tinker with your wands. So you can take a spell off one and stick it on another one, which has got like better mana regeneration or more mana capacity.
Yeah.
You get some pretty funky like builds for it.
Yeah.
You also get little perks every time you reach one of these safe areas as well.
Nice. So it's got a. Is it like it's got like a roguelike element to it?
It's got like a very very Dead Cells like element to it.
Yeah. I like that.
It's still like a pixel style.
Yeah.
And everything can set on fire.
Nice.
One of the biggest mechanics about it is something called staining,
Okay.
which means if your guy falls in water, he's going to be wet,
Yeah.
which means he's more susceptible to electricity.
Okay.
If your guy falls in oil, he's more flammable and he slides everywhere.
Oh shit.
Instead, if he falls in slime, he's slower, but he's like a little more resilient to damage. If he falls in poison, well,
He's poisoned.
you can guess.
Yeah.
He will stop taking damage over time. Also, one of the rather interesting mechanics on the game that I only found out by accident
Oh yeah.
is you can nourish yourself, which makes your spells slightly stronger or improves your ability to heal whenever you pick up a healing item.
Ah, nice.
And the way that you nourish yourself is you bend down and you eat it.
Eat it?
Eat it. Anything.
Oh.
I found out the rather grim thing on how to nourish myself when I killed a guy.
And then you ate it.
And then I ate him.
Oh no.
And I was like, wait, what?
What the shit?
because you can get perks which help you like heal if you eat people.
Oh wow!
Or
So cannibalism is an option.
yeah, cannibalism is one of their ways.
Huh.
And it's rather nice if not, as I say, rocking hard.
Yeah.
Dear God, I haven't completed it yet, but it does have a very Dead Celly kind of difficulty curve to it.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely adore Dead Cells, so I'll be up for that. I'll give that a go. What's it called again?
Noita.
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 Okay. I'll pop that onto my wish list. And if it comes on sale at any point, I'll grab it. The Halloween sale's on its way, isn't it? Do you think?
The Halloween sale should be in its way.
Yeah.
Should be.
Should be.
Surprised it hasn't already occurred.
Well, I saw there was like a little game festival on Steam, but I didn't see a sale. So I don't know if there is a sale or not, but it's not quite Halloween week yet. That's next week.
Well,
and technically it is Halloween week, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because it ends with Halloween.
Yeah, it's usually over a weekend, so I think they'll probably do it the coming weekend if they are going to have a big sale on. I know the Epic Games Store's got a sale at the moment. So.
Yes.
Right, yeah. I'll tell you about what I played then. I completed Disco Elysium this week.
Hooray.
Yeah, so on yesterday's stream, which was a little bit earlier than normal, so if you missed it, do apologise. The full VOD should be up on Twitch, and the possibly edited version will be on YouTube because I've had to mute some of the audio because of copyright shit. And that should be up soon. Like, it may already be up, but it was still rendering by the time we started the stream. So yeah, that'll be up and running there if you want to watch that. The ending was good.
Interesting.
Good. Yeah. How do I put it?
Trippy as fuck.
Kinda, yeah. It had just a rando plot twist right at the end that just sort of kind of freaked me out a bit. But I liked it. There was a point towards the end where it just got real fucking sad, where it just basically explained why your character essentially went on a massive bender to try and end his career.
And everything.
Yeah. And yeah, that gets real fucking sad, but like in a really good way. I think melancholy's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's got a point to prove. It does it so well. I don't know. It's impossible to overstate just how technically amazing that game is. Like, everyone says that, Fallout New Vegas is the best, like, RPG in terms of, like, being able to decide what you want to do and go for it. No, not anymore. Disco Elysium blows that shit out the water. The conversation trees and the dialogue options you get in Disco Elysium and the constant impacts that every conversation has on your interaction with the rest of the game is just... it's insane. It boggles the mind how they managed to get it done. And it wasn't
a massive team.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, it didn't have a massive budget. There was quite a few people working on it, but they managed to pull it together with such a small budget, and it just blows my mind how good it is and how they managed to pull it off. But yeah, just the plot twist at the end, basically, for me, apparently it plays out differently in depending on like what kind of what kind of cop
interaction
you are.
you've had.
Yeah. Like I was explaining my ending to Tom while we were having a drink yesterday, and his ending didn't play out like that. But essentially, my ending was the big plot twist was a fairly insignificant thing that I was doing for fun ended up being the key thing that cracked the case. It ended up being the detail that like explained everything.
Was it the bottle collecting?
It was not. But I'm not going to go any further than that because
I won't
I don't
ask
want to
anymore.
spoil. Yeah, I know that Richard is looking forward to playing that, which is why he's not been actively in enemy streams for a bit.
So he doesn't see anything.
Yeah, exactly. That game's got so much in there, so much to spoil. And if he doesn't like to play that, I'm going to be watching with
anticipation.
Yeah.
To see what choices he made that you didn't.
Yeah.
This is where he plays it and does exactly the same thing you did.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually think it's impossible to do that. I don't know how that would be possible. Like by the end of the game, it basically almost the game reviews your playthrough, sort of.
Yeah, your style and your choices.
Yeah, it analyzes
it's almost
the choices.
Like a psychoanalysis.
Yeah. Phil said that. Phil says here that he saw that I was quite an apologetic cop. Rich will be more rock and roll. Probably.
Yep. Busting, kicking dicks.
Yeah.
Like, bam, bam! Eat that, bitches.
You see, I think the reason I was such an apologetic cop was because I related to Harry more than I probably should. Like I saw myself in him. Like there was a period in my life where that was me, basically. Yeah. So I was just like, oh fuck. I was just relating way too hard, and I was trying to look after Harry. Whereas I think
after the dude.
Yeah. Whereas I think if you don't have that sort of connection with the character, you're more willing to risk it for
just
a biscuit.
To throw him into the bus.
Yeah.
Not under it, into it.
Yeah, Phil, what was your playthrough like? What did you end up doing?
Were you a gung-ho?
I can imagine that Phil was a
cowboy?
gung-ho kind of go. Oh, there was one quest line that I didn't manage to finish that I just couldn't figure out how it was done, and Tom explained to me how you were supposed to do it, and yeah, I was never going to get that. I'm not going to explain how it is now, but yeah, he explained what you needed to do and where you needed to go to get the thing that you needed, and yeah, I'd have never guessed that. Oh, Snooglyphin got the Deranged Superstar achievement, and Art Cop. Oh, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Oh god. Yeah, there's a thought process called Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, where you basically just become an insufferable fucking art prick. You know, one of those.
Yuppie.
Yeah, proper yuppie, and you get money every time you're a smart ass in conversation, so you can just end up being rich. Oh
nice.
Yeah, my character was just like, Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. No, that place does not exist. Get the fuck out of my brain. Nowhere has that name.
It is a nowhere land. Get rid of the... Just trying to get all of these little extraneous...
You know, Phil sympathised with communists and regularly used speed and cigarettes to increase his physical abilities.
It's like, guys, I'll be ready for this shortly.
Yeah. I think that the reason it got real fucking sad towards the end was because my character hadn't used drugs or alcohol for like the whole game basically, and he was fucking sober, and it essentially is like a dream sequence, and oh my god, it was fucking rough. Like, apparently Tom was like a drunk, and but the way he described the same scene to me was like it was obviously like a lot easier for him. But whereas my dream sequence did not pull any fucking punches, and it was brutal. It got rough.
Rough.
Yeah, Paddy, he said that's exactly what he did. I can't remember what you said, but yeah.
Just snort the speed now. Yeah!
Oh yeah!
Randy Savage on a pool's ass. Drop that elbow.
Yeah, I think I was too concerned with like cracking the case of why Harry's like so, you know, what caused Harry to get this far down into the pits of life. And I wanted to fix him, because I felt bad for him. No, I didn't. I didn't recruit Kim to our precinct. I didn't actually know that was an option. I don't think I got that. But to be honest, by the time it got to that, the stream was running long. I needed to get over to Liverpool, and I was desperate for a shit.
So like, oh my god!
I was just like speeding through the dialogue options, just like, oh my god, this was supposed to end a while back. Why?
It was supposed to end last week.
Yeah, I did see her in a hurry at the end. Yeah, I was proper turtle heading at that point. But yeah, that's another Let's Play finished anyway. And all of the videos are up on Twitch and on YouTube.
Well,
so if you fancy giving that a watch, that's I think it ended up being like 31, 32 hours in total. So it's a fair chunk of time, you know. Fair chunk of game. Although, you know, if you ever want to play the game yourself, do it first and then come and watch it later. Because it's like obviously heavy spoils. Alright. Yeah, the other game I played, I gave what's his name, Path of Exile a go,
Yeah.
and yeah, the new season is interesting. I've like given it enough of a go to sort of figure out what the basic premise of the new season is, but I've not put that much time into it really. But essentially, outside the first town, you get given a device, and the device basically transports you into a parallel dimension of the map you're on, and just basically turns the map that you're on into a hell version. It's like an extra challenge thing, and there's just so many fucking enemies on it. And I was just like, yeah, no. And you can like dart in and out of the hell version to your heart's content. So I think it's an interesting premise. I don't know how it's going to play out yet, but I found that to be an interesting time, and I'm probably going to play more of that.
Looks like it would be an interesting time.
Yeah, Path of Exile is a very good game. Like, if you played Diablo 3 to death, and you don't fancy giving Blizzard any money because they're currently abusing their workforce, Path of Exile is a very good game. So you don't need Diablo 2 if you don't want to give Blizzard your money. Just go for Path of Exile instead. It's very good. Fucking long now as well. They've added like since we played it back in the day. Like, they've added another 8 chapters on top of it.
Right.
Yeah.
When we played it, there was 4.
Yeah, it's like 3 times as long as it was. It's a long old slog now. And obviously, I mean that in the best possible way.
Lots of content.
Yeah. I mean, some of it does end up being like just the same areas, just retrodden with higher level enemies. There is a bit of that, but there are like whole areas and bosses that have been added. Like there's a boss on top of a cathedral, which is just it's pretty good. Right, that paint's done. I'm gonna have to get another blob of that. Yeah, next week I'm going to be starting my new Let's Play nominated by, I think it was Heavy.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll just double check that. I think it is.
Ice Marine.
Oh, there you go. Yes, it was Heavy. So we're going to be playing Space Marine, which is going to be fucking good. That's probably going to be a lot shorter than. That's probably only going to take us a couple of weeks, I reckon.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
A lot of action, Dakar, gloriousness.
Yeah, depending on whether we get any mech warrior in or not, it'll like take us like 2 weeks to get done.
We'll be there next week.
Are we doing mech warrior next week?
I'm back offshore leave.
Sweet. All right.
We go to these planets. We got to take a break.
Oh yeah, of course.
Got to go have me 2 weeks
Probably gonna-
vacation while the mechs are fixed.
Yeah, probably going to finish Back for Blood as well this week. We've only got like a little bit of Act 3 and the boss to do now, but like the difficulty was ramping up towards the end of the stream, so that's going to be. It might be a case of banging our head against a brick wall for a couple of hours. You never know.
That's what happens sometimes.
True that. Okay. Let's just dab. Don't need that much paint on me. Okay, so I'm just doing all of the straps and stuff at the moment. Straps and belts. Okay, I have vetted this song, so I don't know whether it's definitely going to be a Metal Leaf hit. There you go. Song snuck up on me then. Yeah. Back. There we go. All the belts on the sides. Oh yeah, that's the only other game I played this week really. I started playing Pro Evo 2020 2 years ago's Pro Evo, just because I miss Pro Evolution, and it's dead now. They killed it.
Is it dead?
Yeah, and I needed that fix, so fuck it. I'll just play a couple of years ago's version, which was good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and it was on the PS4, which is the easiest way to play it, really.
Return of the Boy.
Yeah. So I made myself a new player and played a bit of Become a Legend, which is like where you play as like one player through a career mode.
Dave the Leadfoot.
Well, that was the character that was already there, so I made a new one. Made him Japanese. So I'm more likely to get into the national team doing that. Yeah, that's a nice time. I find that football games are just like, turn your brain off and just play. Just nice zen game. You don't have to think about anything, just
go.
Yeah.
Skull. Hack the bone.
Nice repetitive brain off gameplay. And there isn't really any other types of games, like any genres of games that do that for me, other than really football games. And I wish there was, because that's like one of my favourite types of games, where you just chill and relax, you know.
Unless you count things like, Space Engineers or
I guess.
Satisfactory.
Yeah. I mean, with Satisfactory and Space Engineers, you have to think. You've got to plan ahead and stuff. It's not like with the football game. It's all instinct. You're just playing without having to think too much. I think the nearest thing I've got is like pinball games.
Yeah.
But I find them frustrating and enraging. Whereas like football games, because I put it on just normal difficulty or the one above normal. It's not too hard, and you've always got a good chance of winning. It always feels fair. Whereas for pinball, sometimes it's just bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I suppose Tetris would be, and like puzzle games and stuff would be an idea, but again, that's
thinking.
Yeah, it's not too much brain off. Tetris maybe. I can see getting yourself into a rhythm there. You don't necessarily have to think, you're just acting on instinct. I think Geometry Wars as well is another one of them.
Gotta hope for the best that you don't suffer from epilepsy.
Yeah, I don't actually think that. I think the game's been designed so it's not necessarily damaging for epileptics.
We're talking about the same Geometry Wars here, aren't we? The neon-coloured,
yeah, I know.
flashing
I know.
death spectre.
It looks like it should be seizure-inducing, but I don't actually think it is. I think it's a very specific type of flashing that causes seizures for epileptics.
Very seizure-inducing. Et tu, brute! It's a historical joke for you there, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. Yeah. been watching the latest season of Archer this week as well, which is surprisingly good. Nice return to form. Like they've got the format back to the normal thing. But there was a few like weak seasons where he was like in a coma for a few seasons, which was kind of those seasons were a bit wank, to be honest. But this one's good. He's good. Yeah, it's back to form, I think. And yeah, enjoyed watching that. Back. Come on.
Started watching Dr. Stone the other night.
Dr. Stone. What's that?
It's an anime.
Ooh.
Essentially what happens is there's like a strange green light washes over the earth and petrifies everybody.
Yeah.
For like 3,500 to 4,000 years. And when people start breaking out of the petrification, sort of rebuild the world, but there's one dude who's like super science man.
Yeah.
Who vows to rebuild civilization with the power of science.
Okay. I'm assuming that's the titular Dr. Stone.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, that sounds interesting. How are you finding it?
Finding it alright, actually. There's been certain bits in the first few episodes where, you know, it gets very, very, let's say, annoyingly shouty. There is a character in it who is way too enthusiastic for his own good.
Is it like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style, just screaming for 10 minutes straight?
Practically, yes. It's like, oh my god, this is amazing! Ah! Holy shit! It's like, please just take a chill pill, dude.
Oh man.
Just ease off a bit, will you?
Ease off the drugs, boy. Okay. Now, what are we on next? I think Mechanical Standard Grey is next. Or should I do the dry brushing on the cloth? Yeah, I'll probably do that. So there'll be less touch-ups for the Standard Grey if I do it that way. Right. Ethereum Blue Dry Brush. Right, where is my dry brushes? There's one. Nope, that's a base brush. There's a dry brush. Gotcha. Okay, let's go with it. Let's keep this fucking thing open. So the middle one's done.
Keeping that part of paint open, yeah.
Yep. There's a dog hair on it now.
I was going to say if it was Orky, that might be a bit more authentic. But it ain't.
Making it okay.
Or Space Wolves.
Yes.
Still like the fact that in the lore, just because people can't translate Fenrisian into high and low Gothic, everything is just wolf. Whereas if you're actually on Fenrir, it's like clan brother and all this stuff.
Brother!
Like Jarls and they're good old Viking stuff essentially. But
yeah.
Gothic. Why is everything gotta be wolf? It's not just wolf, you idiot.
really seen a whole lot of difference on this one.
Sure that you have not just simply wiped off all of the paint by accident.
Yeah, it's a dry brush paint, so like it's already like basically a sponge. I mean, I'm sure it is having an impact, but it's just like not hugely noticeable. Okay, and then the arms. That's more like it. Putting a bit more paint on this time. That's a bit too much, I think.
Queen.
Oh, there you go. That's the sweet spot right there. Dab, dab, dab. Bit much, I think, there. Alrighty then. I think that's. Oh no, I've done those. I haven't done those. There we go. Just some sick detail on these boys.
Beach brown.
Walk. A bit too much there. Sweet. Jobs are good. That's the dry brushing done now. Nice. Might as well do the stripes while I'm here. Slonish grey. That paint's looking a little bit
Funky.
yeah, a little bit chunky. There you go, a proper mix. There you go, that's a bit better. And water, it's nice. Right, and a stripe on each arm, maybe two.
Nice. Oh, neck.
You got a nice bit, or that's a neck scratch, or neck crack.
It was a click.
Nice.
Slightly stiff neck and pop and back.
And you keep doing that, you'll eventually get even worse neck pain. Eventually. We wouldn't want that now, would we?
I think my neck pain essentially stems from me continuously having to stare down all the time.
Fair enough. Now bring the work to you. Bring the work to your face.
Well, I can't because then it's not on a camera.
He's blaming us, ladies and gentlemen, for his neck problems.
And to be honest, The neck problems kind of come from other work, proper work.
Yeah.
And again, I can't quite bring that up to my face constantly.
Maybe just, you know, swap out where your camera's at from time to time.
Never.
You got the good setup, so you're gonna leave it where it is.
Well, technically I could flip it up to the face cam as well.
Just give yourself a bit of a rest, you know.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay, so. Whoops. At least
Right.
some of it's scenery.
Alright. Have you got the chat open?
I do have the chat open.
Oh, that's good.
It's on the third. I'm checking over every now and again.
Yeah, I think we're on our bill for a bit.
It's been all quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, quiet night. You get 'em. You get 'em. I suppose I was due a quiet night. Because lately it's been, viewer numbers have been quite nice, been quite steady. And you always get one.
Always one.
Yeah. I think that's the line. Not sure. Kind of this. Normal legs. Paint there, so I don't need to tidy that up so much. Okay. I do need to remember that when the paint dries, it is a lot darker. So, even if it doesn't look like it's very noticeable now.
It will be when it
Yeah.
dries out.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, dog friend.
Little Doge friend. In your little red hoodie like me. Yes, we have matching hoodies. Fear or wrath.
Are your powers combined?
Yeah. Okay. Hello. He wants to know what I'm doing, and he wants attention. Okay then. Oh, Lukey. Got a little pocket in his hoodie there.
Or Cheetos?
Yeah? Oh, belly rub there.
So it's probably best to put them in, you know, a packet of Cheetos rather than a loose Cheeto, otherwise you'll just get mugged by the other dogs.
Yeah. I think it's probably easiest to put poo bags in it. Or when he does the poos.
It's where did I put them? There they are. It's
Exactly.
helpful.
Easier.
The magic of the hoodie.
You carry your own stuff, don't you? No, Luke, I'm busy. forgot to use paint before it dries, so I've only got one more leg to go and I can't be asked to do another blob on my palette. Yeah, I'm gonna need another blob. Slanesh I was used last night. Fuck, I'm just gonna pop paint it. I only need to do like a few more lines.
Yes, I think it was Slanesh Grey that you were using.
Yeah. It's very different from Fenrisian, so I should be able to tell.
Yeah, Slanesh has like a slightly purplish tinge.
It does. I think it works really well as part of the camo on these guys. So semi wish that I'd gone a bit bolder with my use of it, but the tiger stripes work okay. Yeah, that's cool. Alright then. I think that's all the Fenrisian done. Not Fenrisian, Slanesh. Fenrisian is next. So I need somebody sip. Yes.
Sippy sippy.
Okay, so Fenrisian blue next. Then mechanical standard grey. And then Luke.
I appreciate your butthole.
Yeah. Don't show the ladies and gentlemen your bob. Want to see your little face? Don't they? Let's give him some. Let's give him some fusses. Hello, you. Ho ha ha ha. Ah, little fusses. Oh. Yeah, a little scratch underneath the jumper. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh yes, like that. A belly rub. No, that's not enough for you, is it? That'll have to do it. Come on, shout. Shout. There you go. Right. Slanesh is done. Oh no, I hasn't actually. I've got to do the collars on the curios, the chest plates. There we go. And we'll get there eventually. It's also
They should
line.
remember to do it now and not like looking over the model being like, something's not right.
Yeah. There we go.
Pulling a standard badger maneuver.
I'm sure something's not quite painted here. Well, then it turns out that you're like not done any flesh tone on them at all.
Grey. Ah!
God damn it! Fuck. I think I'm gonna just get off there, that's fine. Okay, just paint it over the belt a little bit. Good regimented lines here. Okay. Job's a good one. Have I done any on my arms? Yes, I have. Sweet. Get a little scratch here. Okay. Elysian Grey. It was very nice with me Celestial Blue, or Celestial Grey I think it is. A lot of grey, even though it like ends up looking blue, which is nice. Okay. Ooh.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
What's that?
It's getting to the end of October, which means fireworks.
It is, yeah. Our local park's doing theirs on, I think it's Saturday. So we just need to keep the dogs in the house for that night.
Save them from falling.
Yeah, I tend to just,
Debris.
yeah, well, I mean, I'm just being generally freaked out. We tend to just put the radio on for them, just to try and drown it out.
Yeah, dog not liking big bangs.
No, well, the littlest one definitely doesn't. She was shaking one year.
Aww.
Yeah. Dogs don't like explosions, ladies and gentlemen. Use quiet fireworks if you're going to use fireworks. They do exist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fiona, the last dog, is potentially immune to that.
Immune?
Since she's immune. She's going a bit deaf.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
There's, you know, every disability is an ability, I suppose, isn't it? Every cloud's got a silver lining. Yeah. Our dogs definitely aren't.
they're
Yeah. And we're just like, oh my god, what the fuck is that?
I'll
Fret!
fight you!
Fret! I'll kill you!
I'll fight you all!
Yeah, Luke hates fireworks. He's having a staring contest with his mum now.
The butthole going, he's like, yeah. I win.
Hello, you. Okay, there we go. Let's see, can we get all of these lines done? I can barely see these lines before they dry. It's like there's a danger that I'll do like way too many lines of this colour because I can't really tell where I've put the others.
You'll do way too many lines, eh?
Hey, you knows it, mate. You knows it.
Way.
Alright, let's do the torsos while I'm here and thinking about them.
Snoop Gliffin's Elysium playthrough. Too many lines. What?
Not enough lines. That's my playthrough, I think.
Not any lines on your playthrough.
I think I tried the drugs like once, but just to see what they did.
But Dave, the drugs don't hurt, they only make it worse.
Indeed. Yeah, I think I smoked basically quite a bit, like cigarettes. It was noted in the judgment at the end that I used like psychoactive anti-radiation medication, because I used it like once, I think. Basically to buff my the abilities like over and above what I could upgrade as a standard. Right. Nearly there. Fenrisian's nearly applied to all of the arms. Need a couple of lines there. You've got one on there, you've got one on there. Sweet! Turn the fucker over.
Turn them over, no lines.
I haven't done it, the lines on this side yet.
No paint. He's just grey on the back. He's just like, ow!
Oh, fuck are you, painter? Nice, that was the correct way to go. Blue line on there. And one there, please. Nice. Nice. I think that's all of them done. So another colour down. Clean that brush. Clean that brush.
Get that factory painting on you.
Ooh. Next is Mechanicum Standard. And then it's like literally the silver, I think. And then
The skin.
Silver skin and the hair. Actually, I might do the skin next, because it's easier to paint around the skin. Yeah, we'll do skin next. Where's the skin pen? Have I got one out? I think it's still in there. It's Ulrich. Ah, there you go. Kessler Flesh. There you are. Come out here. Okay, I'm going to Kessler Flesh it, and then I'm going to put the liquid talent on, and then I'm going to dry brush the Keslev on over the liquid talent. So actually, I need to wait for it to dry. Damn, didn't think this through, did I? So then you get like the flesh done, and it looks good. And then you can paint everything else around it, which is easier. Yeah, definitely did not think this through. But I'm thinking it through now, which is fine. Okay.
All part of the process.
How is your painting getting along, Badger?
I think my painting's doing pretty okay. And all I'm going around doing is filling in a lot of base colours.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to get washed, and then I'll end up finishing off with some highlights. But I need to get these base colours in first, and that's what's taking time. Once I give it its second wash, it's essentially done.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another face after this, I think. That's all I need.
What about the hands, bro?
Ah, yes. Good thinking, Batman.
Would you be like, something ain't right here?
That's it.
You'd be like, damn!
See, this is why we pay Badger the big bucks. The big bucks then is just our adoration.
Yes. Even though I spent so much time fucking it up myself.
Hey, we all fuck it up, man. It's the end product that really matters. As long as you're happy with your end product, it's all fucking good. My end product's been getting better.
It is, you are improving. You're doing the good things.
Yeah.
You have learned new skills.
Yeah, I'm definitely like this is a way of painting. Like I've done the factory painting before, but this way of painting flesh that I'm devising in my head now, I've not tried before. So I reckon it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm wondering how it's going to turn out really. And if it works, then I've just
You'll have cracked a
life skill.
method in your head.
Yeah.
Cracked a method in the head that you can basically go, oh, I can do it this way.
Yeah. It means that I'll have to move the skin tone up the pile and get like the first layer of skin on, like as one of the first things I paint on these models in future.
I was gonna say, generally what I do with my Imperial Guardsmen is I get the skin, like the cloth base down,
Yeah.
skin down. Then once I've got the skin down, I'd give both of them a wash.
Hey, see, I'm not doing any washes on my cloth.
Yeah, but your cloth is done in a different fashion to mine.
Yeah, and it's also very, very, very light, and washes ruin it. I tried washing the cloth before, and it just fucking ruined the model.
This is why my cloth is different to yours.
Yes. But anyway, carry on.
Because my cloth can take a wash.
Yeah.
And once I've got the skin and the cloth washed, I finish off the skin with its lighter sort of highlight / dry brush. Then I go on the highlight on the cloth. Then I fill in the armor and stuff. And all the belts. Once I get the cloth on that down, it's all gravy.
Mm.
Oh.
Man, Tekken 3 music, man, it just gives me the nostalgia. The heavy, heavy nostalgia.
Do you want to call your heart on? You go ahead.
Yoshimitsu's theme.
Yoshimitsu can eat my ass though. Stupid head bouncy bullshit.
That super spin move, man.
Well, you make him
spin
so
to
dizzy
win.
with a super spin.
Super spin to win. You've got to control the spin. You can do it like to the last second so he doesn't lose control. And then you can just spam it again and again. Spin to win.
Even then, it's still pretty easy to counter.
Yeah, you just block it, but, you know, eventually you won't be blocking and he'll get you. He'll get you.
He gonna get you.
And the seppuku move, where he just fucking stabs himself
Face.
and takes you down with him. I mean, I can't. I'm not really very good at playing Yoshimitsu, but I know how to do those two moves. Horong is my main on Tekken.
I honestly can't really say anything about dickish moves. I play Eddie Gordo.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a spin to win. Pound the buttons.
We used to like bad shit.
We used to like Badger till the accident.
Till it turned out he was a get.
Maximum gitosity.
Yeah, Eddie Gordo is just like cop out.
He is. I'm not gonna fight the good fights here, but he's really like this. You gotta be clever with his move. No, you don't.
You don't. You just spam buttons.
You scream loudly and aggressively and headbutt the control pad.
Yeah, essentially he's the ultimate button basher.
Though I really did get good with Jack.
Jack's good. Like he's too slow to fight some people, but
This is where you've got to be patient with him.
I guess
You got to wait until they come in for the attack, and then you've just got to time that one interrupt hit, and then come in with a big pow.
Yeah, I find that he's way too slow to like get that timing right. Like you've got to sort of preempt what they're gonna do, and by the time you twig what move they're doing, it's way too late to do anything about it. That might just be my reaction times, to be fair, but it's the reason I'm pants with him.
He is one of my better characters.
Brian Fury's one that I'm quite good with.
I think he's like Richard's best character. A stupid bloody gut punch. Where he hits you and he's like slams you on the ground.
What's he like?
You punch him and he has like some weird, deep, horrific laugh.
You could fall for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course I didn't. I knew what was happening. That's a straight up clip right there. Not to say you won't go back and just record the first one.
Yeah.
I'll give you only one opportunity, Roy. Press X not to die.
There's the hand. I nearly didn't get the hands on the on the far end of the rifles. Because they're not attached to all the arms, are they?
No, they're not attached to the arms.
Some of them are, but these ones aren't. Okay. Not being that careful with the paint on the arms here, because like I'm going to be painting mechanical standard grey over this soon. Oh, there you go.
Do?
Right, here's the first layer of skin. I am intrigued to see how this is going to turn up. It may be good.
Maybe terrible.
It may be terrible, you're not wrong.
It's probably going to be the earlier one, the goodness.
Probably. Okay. What the paint still on you there? There you go, gotcha. Right, I need null oil, please. Yeah, Earthshade will do. It's on flash, so it doesn't really matter. Earthshade's probably a better colour for it anyway. Please stay open. There you go. Agrax, do. Nice, that's all that. I just need some knuckle oil. Get the creases in that hand there. Nom 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 nom. All that juicy hand detail.
I have to get this one out. Shake the paint.
Juicy hand detail.
What am I doing?
Okay. That's already on there. These ones are next. Bit of doom. Nice.
Doom, 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 doom.
Marvellous. That's all of the liquid talent put on. I just need to wait for that to dry so that I can put the extra layer of
In.
skin on. I don't know about dry brushing it on.
You can potentially do that.
Yeah, I could do. I might do that on the hands, but it'd be a bit difficult to get the dry brush into the head.
Yeah, onto the face without doing anything.
I mean, to be honest, I've not painted anything else deliberately so that I could do that. So I'm gonna try and dry brush it. See what happens. It'll be quite a wet dry brush, so I can get plenty of paint on it, because it's the liquid talent has basically recolored the skin to like a darker tone at the moment. So I want to like brighten that up again.
I was going to say you don't necessarily need a great deal of it for the flesh tone.
Yeah, you know what I mean. A dry brush that I haven't quite like. I usually dab almost all of the paint off. I'm thinking of leaving a bit more, just a tiny bit more paint on, so I do quite a bit more streaking. So it'll be like not enough paint to like get into the divots, so the divots stay dark, but enough to apply the colour on the raised bits quite well, rather than just giving a little highlight.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's what I mean by a wet dry brush. Okay, I think the oil has dried on the faces now, so let's see how this is going to work out. Okay, so there's your dry brush. Right. So there's quite a bit of paint on there now. Now I just need to dab it. Dab, 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 dab. There you go. I'd usually dab a few more times than this, but at the minute I'm just going to go whop, 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 whop.
Win it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's worked quite well. I'm glad I haven't painted anything else on this model around the heads, because basically everything's been painted slightly flesh toned.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Right, the hands next. Just need to be careful not to attack the cloth with this dry brush. Ooh, some of the oil hasn't quite dried on the hands now. Just need to wait for some of the hands whilst I just apply the dry brush on the rest. Okay. Oh, that looks fucking awesome. On the hands especially, this has done the fucking trick, man. Bring it to the camera soon, don't you worry, people. You'll be able to see it and how well it's worked.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. Right, it's just that dry brush is going to be out of commission for a little while because I've had to actually wash it because I've used wet paints on it. There we go. Well, the dry brush is going to have to dry. I think that's all the dry brushing I need to do on these models now. Right, oh, I haven't got my manual camera override thing. Open that up now. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so okay, so it's a bit light, so let me just dim it a little bit so you can't see as much light there. Okay, get rid of that. Whoop, there we go. So yeah, the hand, the sort of null oil and the dry brushing there, that's worked quite well on that. Skin tone is looking quite nice, I think. It's quite nice. Done a little bit of a spill on the cloth a bit, but there's the heads.
Tiny touch up on the on the wrists, and you'll be grand.
Yeah. On the commander's head there. Ah! So I've got a good colour, a good skin colour, whilst at the same time having the divots quite nicely null-oiled. Which is nice, I think. So that worked out quite well. Right. I need to turn the light back up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Camera will readjust. Okay. So now it's Mechanicum Standard Grey. Or is it Lead Belcher first? I'm going to Lead Belcher first. No, Mechanicum Standard. I can never decide. There's some parts of the model where Mechanicum Standard first makes more sense, and other bits where Lead Belcher does, but...
By any chance, is the Mechanicum first on things like the chest plate, the helmet, the boot armour, and then the metallic bits are like the gun, essentially?
Yeah, you got other bits of Lead Belcher as well. That's way too much paint on that. Let's just remove some of that. There we go. Right, chest armour we go.
Here we go.
It's got to be careful not to like paint over anything we've already painted on. Go. That's the back of that one. What time are we running on? We've got half an hour left.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'll be able to finish these.
Could it be? I'm not going to say the words.
Could
But
it be
could it be a possibility?
what, of me finishing like 5 models in one stream? I mean, it is potentially a realistic thing that could potentially happen. If it doesn't get done this stream, the 5 models will be put together very quickly at the start of next stream. But it's going to be mostly painted. And we can have half a squad put together.
Very short order.
Yeah.
How many does that mean that you would have left? Obviously, you'd have 5 from the squad, but...
Yeah, I'd have 5 from the squad, I'd have a commissar to paint, and then I'd have a command squad to paint, and then that's all of the Imperial Guard I own currently that has not been painted done.
Nice.
And the command squad's only like 5 or 6 models, isn't it?
It's 5 models, yes.
Yeah.
Because you have your commander, you've got a special weapons guy, you've got a medic, a flag bearer, and comms guy.
Yeah. And I usually shove a commissar in with the command squad. It's because, you know, every unit needs a commissar. What you doing, Luke? He's having a whinge up there.
It's better have the best spot by any chance.
Maybe. I think just He just wants attention. He's getting grumpy with us now. His mum's finishing off their food and watching a film. Good. Why is no one playing with me? I'm here streaming.
Yet to be able to give him fusses.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll get plenty of play when we've finished here today. Okay. So let's get the mechanical standard on the armour on the front. Very nice indeed. Don't worry too much about going over that eagle-y thing. The Aquila on the front of the armour because I haven't done the metal bit yet. Okay. Yeah, I think that one's done.
Hiccups.
Really can't say how much easier it is to paint these models with this brush. It's just like the work I'm doing now, I'm working like twice the speed that I would normally be working on these squads. Like I would be lucky if I got like 2 models out of stream whilst I was using the old kit. This is just making everything so much easier for me. And I don't think it's just that. I mean, obviously there is there is some of it. Some of this improvement is that like I've just gotten better a little bit. Yeah, and I'm more used to it.
Efficient at like spreading the paints, more. You know, you've got your eye in for how much water you need to thin them down.
Yeah, but this brush means that there's no blobbing, and I haven't made. I'm about to jinx myself. I haven't made a significant mistake yet. Where I'm going to need to seriously get another paint out and deliberately come back and fix something.
Over the top.
Like when I've gone over the lines, it's like within acceptable limits. You know what I mean? And I can sort of see the odd mistake, but it's not unacceptable. It's fine.
Nothing that can't be fixed with minimum touch-up.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing disastrously wrong, so I can get away with just leaving it. See, the other brush, I'd have had more paint on the brush then, and that would have been a big mistake. But because it was just a normal amount of paint on the brush, nothing spilled over, and that was fine. Loving this brush.
They are really nice brushes.
They are.
I was very skeptical at the start.
Ah, yeah, so was I. As soon as you started sort of singing the praises, I was like, I'll give it a go. And yeah,
be something here.
you were not wrong, sir. Not wrong at all. A very fine piece of kit, this. Can I help you, Luke? I can see you.
He's like, "Sir, I hear you are giving out the fuss. I have come to acquire some."
There's no fuss just yet, sorry. Gonna use this paint while it's still wet.
He's going to the fuss stop.
Hey! I like it. Getting on the fuss.
Yep, getting on that fuss. He's got his pensioner card because he's, you know, an old boy.
He is.
So he gets his fuss for free.
Oh, he's got a little sawtooth at the moment. It's gonna fall out eventually, we reckon.
I was about to say, it's probably another reason why he's a grumpy fart.
Yeah.
So my face hurts for some reason. Why?
Yeah, I'll have to wait for that to drop out, and then he'll be fine again. Poor little Doge. Getting old now, aren't you, mate?
Until then, he'll hate you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Next, I'm going to do the feet, I think. No, I'll do the canister for the flamethrower.
Somebody fall over something?
No. We just like making noises at him, so he wags his tail. He likes being appreciated with noise. Okay. It's a very Luke-heavy episode today.
It is. Maybe he's becoming less camera shy.
Yeah.
And more camera guy.
Hey. He's just bare, just sat off there, being asleep.
The ginger cloud is floating around somewhere else.
Yeah.
Though earlier on I did see her scratching herself on the stairs.
Yeah, she does like to just rub her face on the stairs for some reason. Not sure why. She's just a weird one, really.
This is my territory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just scratches her little face on the stair. I think it's a scent thing. No.
Cats do that.
Talking about Puppy. Yeah.
I know that cats scratch their faces against things because they've got things like that.
Yeah. It's a scent thing.
Oh.
I think they're either rubbing the scent of the stairs onto them, or they're rubbing their scent onto the stairs. One of those two.
Also, yes, Snoopliffin a wet dry brush because instead of him using the dry paint, he used a little more, and thus the brush was a touch more wet than it should have been.
Indeed. Okay, I need to get the boots done now. What are we doing? Oof.
We are proud of the Dave for being so industrious with his painting,
Hey,
and
yeah.
he's learning so quick.
I'm learning bit by bit. Getting the speed painting done. Poppy, stop it! Off my painting arm.
That's my painting arm.
Yeah, she was just like licking my arm, like shifting it slightly. Why? What's it doing? Oh. There's a pasta bake on the side and the dog wants it.
Boss.
And he's just like, drop it on the floor for me. I want it now.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have the patience. I can wait. You'll drop it, and then when you do, even though I'm an old dog, I will be speed. I am speed.
Yeah, even though he's an old dog, he is rather athletic. He can jump from one couch to the other quite easily.
And when food is involved,
Yeah,
dogs are speed.
they are.
else am I looking at?
Wonder where the rest of the bunch are. Our usual crowd. Must be all busy.
I was going to say they're potentially all busy.
Yeah. But I'll look at the Discord, see if anyone's messaged us back. Doo-doo-doo-doo. No? All quiet on the front. What can you do?
Where there'd be like some sweet party.
Yeah. We're not invited.
Gotta be professional.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get the conversation going again now that I'm in the zone. Have you seen anything on the GTA Remastered collection that's coming out?
I heard that they had released, like, I don't know whether or not it was gameplays or just the trailers.
It's a trailer that features some gameplay.
I know that they had released the trailers.
Yeah. So, what I will do is I will bring the trailers up on screen, so I don't know if you want to move from chat only to being able to see. And I'll put the trailer on screen. I'm going to keep it muted for this.
I'm going to switch to the settings.
Okay.
So I can hopefully see what the rock is cooking.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to play it on a loop while we're talking about it. It's it looks like the graphics have been updated, but they've made a stylistic choice that I'm not too sure about, really. It's looking a bit cel shady. Someone said it looked like Fortnite graphics.
Give us a second.
And I can kind of see where they're coming from with the GTA 3 look, the way the main character looks. And you see the main character GTA 3's sort of hair. It kind of does look a bit like that. So they've gone a bit more cartoony with the way the game looks.
They do. They've given it more of a. I would say closer to like a Saints Row.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Like a Saints Row 3 sort of.
Yeah. So they've definitely taken the art style a bit more cartoony rather than the realism that GTA 5's and GTA 4's are. So.
You know what? I don't mind that. I actually like the look of that.
I don't mind it either.
Especially when it comes to Vice City.
Yeah,
Vice City
definitely suits it more. Okay. So there is another thing that is that's been coming out. There's been a bit of a kerfuffle on Twitter. Essentially, they're going to take out some of the more divisive content, apparently, for the newer audience.
So essentially, they're taking out some of the spicy, more aggressive bits of it.
I wouldn't say aggressive. It's probably any jokes that about hot button issues, if you know what I mean. So they've probably got like the whole Black Lives Matter movement going on, especially with some of the content that's in. I wouldn't say necessarily San Andreas, because San Andreas was quite. I think it was quite positive on the race side of things, but maybe the earlier games had a bit of content that was a bit, you know.
Yeah, a bit frowned upon.
Yeah.
This is Grand Theft Auto though, so yes, of course that content will be frowned upon.
And some people are saying that it's like censorship and stuff, and honestly, if they want to take some stuff out, if they've changed their mind about, you know, the content that they want in a game, that's their right, you know.
Yeah, they made the game. If they're remaking the game, they don't need to. I mean, obviously you'll get the people who are like, but I want it to be as close to the original as possible.
Yeah,
if not the original.
And what I say to that is the original is still there.
Yeah, the original is still there.
It
just doesn't have those shiny graphics.
Yeah, you can go and play the original. I've still got all of the originals on my PS2. I mean, I was tempted to play through the originals, you know, when these came out, but looking at them, I kind of want to play the shiny things.
Yeah, you want to play the shiny things.
Yeah. So we have no idea whether the content that's being removed is significant or whether it's just the odd bit here and there. I reckon that they're probably going to change the music on the radios, which is that's the killer. That's the killer for me.
If they do the wrong thing with that music,
if they change the songs that make those games so nostalgic for me, it's
they might as well have just brought out a new game, a different game.
I mean,
a game that doesn't suck.
I'll still enjoy it. It'll still be a great game, but it's just that will be a shame for me. Obviously, licensing is going to be a problem, so I can't see them having the exact same library. But if they manage to keep the majority of the music the way it was, I'll be satisfied. I want that whole V-Rock library, man, on Vice City. But yeah, so I hope it's good. The only other thing I want to say about it really is the game is running on its own launcher. Rockstar have their own launcher that's not being sold through Steam or the Epic Games Store. It is a new platform that you're going to have to download, and you're going to have to pay Rockstar directly through their new launcher, which is a choice.
I don't want another launcher.
Me neither. And to get around that, you'd have to just buy it for a console.
That might be what they're essentially aiming for it, because if they get it on like the PS5, the Xbox Series, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the game will be, you know, available on the PS4 as well. Yeah, PS5, PS4. There you go. Just spotted that on the screen there. So it's going to be. I reckon I'm probably going to get it for the consoles, just because I want the box, you know.
It's not just that, you'll get a better like play on the controllers.
Yeah, I guess
they were originally designed for controller-based systems.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely use controller in your PC. That's probably not a problem at all. But I get what you're saying. There's going to be no sort of porting involved. It's just going to be literally here is
Great.
the control scheme. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Like some games have problems with the DualShock controllers, and it shows like Xbox controls as a standard. But yeah, I am looking forward to it, and on payday, I am buying the shit out of that. And I think after Space Marine, my next Let's Play is going to be all 3 of them damn games. God damn it. It's going to be so good.
All 3?
Yeah, back to back. I'm going to fucking do them. It's going to be brilliant. The one I'm looking forward to most is GTA 3. That's the one I've got the heavy nostalgia for. GTA Vice City is a technically better game, but for its time when it came out, GTA 3 was like it was the amazing game. It changed the face of gaming. GTA 3 did. GTA Vice City was an improvement on it, but it was just an iteration thing. It was a great game with a great story, but GTA 3 was the one that got me hooked.
It was the daddy.
Yeah. Like before that, like one of my favorite games was GTA 2. That's like, you know, going from the top out, the top down viewpoint to the 3D thing. Like initially, I was actually skeptical. I believe I was like, "What the fuck? How are they gonna make this work?" And then I played it, and it was insane.
It was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
It's a lot different running over people in 3 dimensions than it is in 2.
Yeah, I still maintain that the tank in GTA 2 is the best tank that has been in any GTA game. Just the most satisfying feeling of just getting over just having to drive up a car and then, yeah. Because in GTA 3, like anything that touched the tank exploded. You just needed a tiny amount of contact. Yeah.
But I think one of the best things that you could do, I don't know whether it was just in Vice City or whether or not it was in GTA 3, was if you got up enough speed, you could actually get the tank to fly.
Yeah, I think that was a coding error, and I think you didn't have to fire the cannon backwards to get the speed up.
You basically rotated the turret so it was facing backwards, and you had to just constantly fire to get the speed up. And the minute the front of the tank lifted, that was it. It was gone. It was in the air. You just keep firing, and you were away. It was the most amazing thing ever.
Could you fly the dodo?
Very badly, but I did get to fly it once. And essentially, what I managed to do was fly it across the bay.
Yeah.
And
did you get it to the second island?
I got it. I can say I got it there, but I was upside down. And
you were on fire.
Yes, I was on fire.
I managed to fly over to the lighthouse, past the docks.
It took so long to actually get to the point where I could control it properly. You can really sweat pouring down your forehead. Like,
proper airplane moment, like But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it so much. I'm going to switch back over to playing Club Cab, so that was our sort of quick take on that.
Right there.
Yeah, I managed to actually get to the lighthouse by using the plane, and obviously they didn't expect anyone to actually get to the lighthouse, so there wasn't really anything there, and you were basically dead by the time you got there because there's no way off the little island with the lighthouse. So, but I made it, and that's what those sorts of games are for, man. Just for dicking about, man. It's so good.
Magical moment when you get over there and you realise that you've completely fucked yourself over.
Yeah. And then there was a couple of Easter eggs. Like when you use an ambulance to climb over a wall that you weren't supposed to be there. Like on one part in GTA 3, there's like literally a sign on the other side of the wall saying you're not supposed to be here. I'm going to see if that's still there, because I believe they've made gameplay improvements. Obviously, you kind of have to, because they have aged badly. Those games now.
You can't leave them with the same control method, otherwise you're just gonna tank any enjoyment in the game.
Like I will happily go back and play them, but yeah, some of the controls and some of the physics have aged real bad. But that's kind of what gave it its charm back then. So I'm a bit on the fence about my opinion on updating.
I think a lot of people will want the improved gameplay efficiency over the nostalgic controls.
I would say you're probably right.
Because just think about the whole what's it called? Ukulele. They kept the same sort of garbage ass horrific control scheme that things like Banjo-Tooie and that had.
I mean, Ukulele was a good game though.
On a modern game, and it was just the control scheme was just poor.
Ukulele was good. I had a good time with ukulele.
One of the few people who did.
I don't know, man. I suppose I had it for the Switch, and I think that's probably the
That might have been the saving grace of it, because
yeah. That's the console that I can see it being you know, at home on, which is probably why I bought it for the thing. That, and I don't actually have that many games for my Switch because they're all so fucking expensive. Although I haven't really gone back to Breath of the Wild now that I've got it, so yeah, it's all right. Breath of the Wild, it's nothing special.
I reckon that if you just really ignored, I know it's like a Zelda game where you just run around and stab things in the face.
Yeah,
But if you like ignored all but the big creatures, like the weird ones, like the Cyclops and the giant stone golems,
yeah,
the weapon degradation shouldn't be too much of an issue.
yeah.
You
But
know,
it
obviously,
is.
you're probably gonna have to shoot the bats with the bloody bow and arrow.
Just the weapon degradation is a pain in the fucking ass.
Never a good idea.
Yeah, never have weapon. I say that, but one of my favourite games of all time has a weapon degradation system.
The thing is, Dark Souls, I think it is.
Dark
had
Cloud.
like one of the. Well, this is the Dark Souls had one of the better weapon degradation mechanics.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't like it wasn't short-lived.
Yeah,
It took a while for your weapons to grind down, but they did eventually.
Yeah.
You had to go to the blacksmith and fix it.
yeah. But I mean, one of my favourite games, Dark Cloud, has a really on paper it should be a game-breaking level of weapon degradation, but because the weapons do not last very long. But
No, they
you know,
don't.
and as soon as as it breaks, it's gone. And but the whole, you don't get XP for your character. You level up your weapons, which makes which it just exacerbates the whole problem so much.
You essentially either work with one weapon very slowly and carefully, or just build up a few weapons just in case.
I mean,
It extends the life of the game, I'll admit, but it's an artificial extension of the
yeah,
game.
I just did the thing where I just saved frequently and like leveled, just kept my weapons alive and just kept buffing the weapon over and over again. You have to get the weapon to a certain level, and then you can break it down into a synth sphere and shove it into another weapon, and that buffs that weapon significantly. I do like the way that the weapon upgrade works. I just wish the weapons didn't break so easily. There was one point, like I think it was in my last stream, like in the last part, where I was like getting up to the last boss, and I think I broke one of the weapons that I'd been leveling up the whole game, and I can't remember, like my reaction was just basically, fuck. And I just sat there for like a few minutes and then just hit the fucking reset button, and I had to do that like a few floors again. So
Yeah,
I'm not losing that.
I think I remember sort of like seeing that. You're like, shit, I've just broke that. Oh no! And you kind of like grab your head, like either side of your head, and you're like,
Why?
what do I fucking do? Because I think it was like one of the stupid things where you went to activate an item and you just flicked something, and instead of it like opening or doing the
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
thing, it just shot and broke, and you were like, oh, that didn't just fucking kill my weapon, did it?
Yeah,
And then you went,
yeah. I think I did a power attack, and I wasn't really paying that much attention to the weapon HP, and it hadn't done the alarm yet because it wasn't below 10%. But it's like the
and the
power
power
attack.
attack killed it.
Yeah, the power attack does a shitload of damage to the weapon and to the
Oh
enemy.
my god, oh, the world is ending. Ah,
Yeah.
fucking balls.
Oh, yeah. It was a rough time. but we did it in the end. That final boss on that game, I fucking fluked. I think I totally cocked it up. The boss has got like 2 forms basically, and I used up like most of my lives and my health on the first like part of that boss. And then the second thing happened, like his second form happened, and I think I said out loud, I think we've fucked this up, lads. I don't think we're going to make this. And I somehow managed to fluke my way through his final form. Which was good.
My final fuck up.
Yeah, it was a good feeling. Like beating the boss when I really thought that I'd fucked it up. Right. Next.
Against all odds, bro. Against all odds.
That's it. I could do it doing the shoulder pads as well, couldn't I? Because they're supposed to be standard grey.
Yes.
Yes.
All of your armour is standard grey.
Yes, it is. Mechanicum standard. Yeah. Which is that's the other part of the theme of this this army. We're a tank-based army, so the Mechanicum play a big role. So you've got to have Mechanicum standard. That's your main colour, or one of them.
I was actually looking over because I got Fern some Mechanicus.
Oh yeah, the knights.
Not the knights.
Okay.
Just a bunch of the standard rangers.
Oh yeah.
And she asked us to help her look for colour schemes.
Yeah.
And essentially, found some colour schemes. The vast majority of the colour schemes are just variations of red and grey and white. Some of them have orange in.
Okay.
And I'm like,
you gotta make your own, man.
Yeah.
If it's that dull, just make your own. That's what I did with these guys.
we are thinking of. Well, she is thinking of that.
Yeah.
Because she's potentially going to go for a dark green cloth.
Yeah.
And we all know that the other bits are just metal, so.
Yeah. I think if I was getting a Mechanicum army, and I am fucking not, I'm putting my foot down in my own brain. That's not going to happen. I cannot afford another army. God damn it.
Just build the ones that you've got to a nice big chunky standard.
Like if I was going to though, I'd probably have the big plates in just standard lead belcher, like just like a nude metal look.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably go with Mechanicum standard grey as your highlights.
Yeah,
Like
certain bits of the armour.
Yeah.
That would be nice. A very, very minimalistic appearance.
Yeah.
Also, we have gone past 9 o'clock.
Oh shit. Are you
Only by a
happy to
minute.
continue, or did you?
I can continue a little bit longer, yeah.
Okay. It's just. Alright, I would probably need another hour or so to get these models stuck together, so I'm not going to push us that far, but I'm just going to use this. Let's get the Mechanicum standard grey done first, and then I'll call it there. I'm not too far away from that, so don't worry too much.
I'm just getting some washes on this thing, so
No, that's good.
On these bits, so it should be pretty
gravy
to work until then.
Yeah. I've just enjoyed having a nice little chill, as we always do on a Monday.
We have. Knowing our luck, this is just exactly the time when someone like Takafang or Heavy.
Yeah, they'll come in just for the end.
They'll be like, hello, and we'll be like, oh, dudes.
You missed it, lads. Nah,
Lads.
they'll probably check out the VODs later on. And if you are checking it out later on, hiya. Alright, let's see what we got here. I reckon that is also mechanical standard. Okay. Well, that kind of looks like a satchel, to be honest. I've just painted it grey. Yeah, it's fine. It works. Works for now, anyway. Yeah, it's definitely a satchel. I'll probably go over that in Steel Legion. Steel Legion drab at some point.
Have Legion Steel.
Yeah. There's not a lot on these models to do now. It's literally just once these shoulder pads and this last couple of guns has been done, it's just lead belcher, a little bit of yellow on that on the commander, a couple of little highlights on the face on the lead belcher. That's it.
So I'm just going over some of the nuts and bolts of the pipework with the Agrex.
Yeah.
And that will essentially help colour in a lot of the other stuff and make it slightly different from the null oil that I used. Because my Agrex is a gloss, therefore it shines.
A shiny one.
Yes, by accident, mind you. It was not actually an intentional purchase of gloss Agrex of the shade. I was just like, oh, I just need some more Agrex. I didn't even know the gloss ones existed until I painted this and went, hang on a second, this one's shiny. Hang on! This bastard's shiny. I'm shiny.
Shine like a diamond. It's what they say in that song.
True. Shine bright like a diamond.
The fact that you corrected me appalls me.
Shine bright like a diamond.
A diamond!
Look, I've got to listen to bloody Kiss radio practically constantly at work, so...
No. Let's correct this with some Ronnie James Dio. Shiny diamonds. You can see his heart, but you know he's... Oh no, you can see his stripes, but you know what he means. Oh, I can't remember. You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. No, okay, so it's shiny diamonds like the eyes of the cat in the black and blue. Someone is coming for you. There you go. Race for the morning. You can hide in the sun till you see the light. Anyway, great song. Holy Diver.
Fuck, I just realised I missed a bit.
Damn, I missed a bit. Didn't we predict this like an hour ago?
I do. We did, in fact.
Yes, we did. Foreshadowing!
It was in fact, while I was correcting one of your mistakes, that I was like, I'll probably do one myself. And lo and behold...
There you go.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I fucked up.
Badgers come up and da-dun da-dun da-dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
Karma. Okay, let's get the end of the gun done there.
End of the gun done.
Yes. 2 more guns and 4 more shoulder pads, and then standard grey is done. Doom soundtrack is so good.
Kind of missed the second bit as well, but I can deal with that piece. Because it's just a little bit of a lamp that I didn't put the metal bars on.
Just a little bit.
Ooh,
I was gonna go for the Motown one. Suck it to me, 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 suck it to me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
The literal genius right there. Lyrical genius.
Yeah. Love a bit of Motown, mate. It's good stuff. Bit of soul. Never limit yourself, ladies and gentlemen, to one genre.
You gotta get that good feeling.
Are you running away?
No.
No, he's bitten himself too much and he needs the itching powder.
Oh, you're talking to the dog. When I'm not looking and when I'm concentrating on washing the thing and then you start talking, it's like, no, actually. And they say, no, I'm talking to the douche. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I do talk to them weirdly, like they're people. I'm sure they understand me.
That. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for the dogs, I'd have probably gone insane during lockdown. And of course, my lovely fiance.
Your fiancé.
Yes, fiance. Yeah, lockdown would have been intolerable without them. Do you reckon we're going to go into another lockdown?
I can't say that we won't.
Yeah,
But it's very, very difficult to judge at this point in time because, honestly, rather it being a case of, oh, we have to go into lockdown, they might just go, fuck it. Just carry on, lads.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to, although I think we probably should. The death rate's probably going to get real tough. Bear? Sis?
Don't get spicy.
Bear? We're fucking trying to get into the kitchen. Come here.
He wants that pasta bake.
He does. And
He is
Beyonce is not
hungry like a
looking.
wolf.
He is, and he looks like a wolf. Sis? Oh yeah. There you go.
Hello,
Stay where I
friend.
can see you. Hello, you. Hi.
No, you cannot have the snacks.
No, you cannot have my tea. Yeah, he's big enough so he can get fully onto the counter. Come here. Stay where I can see you.
How dare you?
If he disappears,
How dare you
I might-
foil my plan?
Yeah, I could hear him sort of forcing his way into the kitchen. We've got like a little
Latch.
little thing that we put over the door, but he can get in if we're not looking.
If you're not paying attention
Yeah.
and he's got the timer, he's essentially a lockpick.
Essentially, yeah.
Now that's what it is. It's one of those sneaky games, like, you know, where you've got to do a quick time event with a lock, and it's like, come on, one X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, there's a timer here, fuck, shit, the guard got it, fuck.
Yeah.
Retry, game over.
Pasta gear solid.
See, I was thinking Metal Gear Dogged.
Oh, that's a good one as well. Because he's doggedly trying to get in the
In the kitchen for your bastard.
yeah. Right. 1.5 more shoulder pads, and then that is this colour done. And because I'm slightly rushing it now, I am starting to make a couple of mistakes.
Ease up, Chief.
Yeah.
Ease up. You got this.
Okay.
I'm just putting like the last few bits of wash on the things that I've managed to do so far.
Aye.
I've gotten 4 bits of the 6 done.
Nice. There you go, that's good. Taking your time, getting it done right, first time.
Need this long to get this much done.
Yeah. I can't believe I've nearly done 5 fucking models in one stream.
One sitting, well done. So you've got the method down now? You've got it?
Yeah, kinda. I've got a few improvements I'm gonna make on the next set of 5.
Well, it's all logical steps.
Yeah. Right, this last shoulder pad now. Let's get the paint on the brush.
Not too bad, actually. Only 15 minutes.
Yeah. We started like a couple of minutes late, so...
Yeah. Oh, it is obviously the necessary time where everything goes. By the way, Patrick, you need to piss now.
Uh-huh.
So I shall return shortly.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sweet. I'll do a couple of little touch-ups while Badger's having a piss. I think that's good. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Alright, I think... Oh, I haven't done the underside of that one. Nice. Oh, I hope everyone's had a lovely, restful Sunday. Sorry, restful Monday evening. That's what we do this for, so you can just have a little chill. Watch us paint along with us.
Yes, it's been nice.
It has.
Oh,
Reel back. That was a quick one.
I am. I made sure that it was fast. Piss like the wind.
Right then, I'm just going to dry my brushes and then we'll do the roundup, shall we?
Indeed. I mean, I've still got some wash that's wet on these things, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Anyway, so thank you so much to everyone who's been here. You can join us here every Monday, where we will be doing more of this. We paint every week. This was episode 42 of Falls Paint Club. We've been doing this for 10 weeks shy of a year. How do you feel about that?
A long fucking time, that's what it is.
That is a long fucking time.
Long time, lot of models.
Yeah, I've basically painted.
2 armies.
Yeah, two armies, and
2 full armies of that. So nice.
the Tau one's more of a sort of small force. But anyway, Badger, do you want to show your models?
Right. I will start with a couple of these barricades, which there we go. Got the barricades there, and then we have a couple of the junk piles. So
Very colourful. I like that.
there we go. A few junk piles,
Nice.
and we're good. Very, very simple things, just a few colours, and we are
Nice.
getting more scenery done.
Well, I've got nothing like the completion that you've got, but I'll show you what I've got. I've got 2 sprues, mostly painted. You got the arms with the weapons. All that's left to do is the lead belcher.
Yeah.
And then it'll be time to stick everything together. Sorry, I'll turn the light down so it's not blinding you, and you can actually see the detail on them. There you go. Lovely arms. Got my commander's arm there. Need a bit of yellow on that one there. Got the torsos all lined up and ready to pop on. Again, lead belts are pending. For the legs. Happy days. Yeah, and the heads. So yeah,
all the heads.
Awesome. We've made a bit of a guardsman. Get your arms back on our face execution. Nice. Right. So whilst I have a look and see if there's anyone we can raid into, do you want to tell the ladies and gentlemen about your channel, good sir?
I can. You can join me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 12 PM British Standard Time, where you can catch me drawing and doing more painting thing. So join me for those days and those times.
Excellent. Oh, thanks, Snooglyphin. Thanks for sticking with us, mate. It was a nice quiet one tonight, and it looks like it's a quiet night in general, to be honest. Because we're gonna raid into War Rich, who's currently got 3 viewers, and that's not like him at all. Quiet night on Twitch. Right, you can join me on Wednesday. I will be playing Back 4 Blood. Hopefully we'll be joined by a few people from our community. We're going to attempt to complete the game on the easy mode. Don't know whether we're going to go through it again on the harder mode, but we'll see. Saturday, Sunday, on Saturday, I'm going to start the next Let's Play, nominated by Heavy. Thank you, Heavy. Which is going to be Space Marine. Fucking love that game. So we're going to play through that for you. And on Sunday, I'll be joined once again by the glorious Mr. Badger here, and we'll be playing some MechWarrior 5 co-op. I've been looking forward to that. I love MechWarrior. Yes.
I hope your skills have been kept sharp by playing MechWarrior Online. If I find you lacking, I'll just have to die beside you.
Fair enough. Anyway, yes, so... thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you on the other side, where we're going to raid into War Rich. See you again. Ta-ra!
Doodles.